So in this session, we'll see how to create two DHCP subnet, and one DHCP server will be configured at the router, and from this router, the dynamic address will be allocated. The configurations will be like this. So we're going to create two subnets, and this is one router, and this is another router. So this router is configured as DHCP server, and these two subnets will get the IP address from this DHCP server. And since these two subnets are not connected to this router is going to act as a relay agent. That is, it's going to forward the request to the DHCP server. So just look at the configuration, how it is done. So this router is connected to 3 different LANs. So this is 10 network, 20 network, and this is 30 network. And there are 2 PCs just to show one subnet. And this is the router which is configured with the IP address or 10.1. See the last 2 bytes. And this is 10.2, this is 20.1 and 30.1. So this is the gateway address for this subnet, and this is the gateway address for this. Now remember, this is the DHCP address. Now these addresses are static address. This should be assigned by the network administrator, or we are going to assign it statically. So first we're going to configure the DHCP server as 10.1, and this will be 10.2, this is 20.1, and this is 30.1. So now what will be the commands or the pools that is required? Now since we are connecting 2 subnets, we require 2 pool of addresses available, because this address space should not overlap with the another subnet address space. So we require 2 different LANs, 2 different pools of addresses. So we'll assign the first subnet as 20 network and the second one as 30 network. Now this has to be configured at the router 0, at which router? The router which we have configured as DHCP server. Now at the second router, since this router is not configured as DHCP, this will act as a relay agent which is going to forward it. So if any request comes for requesting for IP address, so what should this router do? It should forward it. So the command to forward that request is, it is IP helper address. So this command will forward the DHCP request. Now where it should forward the request? It should forward to the router which is configured at DHCP. So address of the router is what? 10.1. So whichever interface the request comes, so at that interface, you're going to forward the request. So where are the chances of the request coming? So the request can come from this line and this link, and this has to be forwarded to the 10.1. So at this interface, have the helper address which will forward the request to the 10.1 router. So this command is important for forwarding the DHCP request. So first step is configure all the addresses, static address here, all these addresses, and then go to the client and then enable the DHCP. So first we're going to, at the router, we're going to create 2 pools, say pool 1 and pool 2. And this is the 20 network for the first subnet, and this is 30 network for the second subnet. And there should be some default router. So which is the router for that? Router or the gateway address. So this will be your gateway address. So mention that which is the gateway address here. So whichever host comes to this network, this will be your gateway address. Now at router 1, at the interface, just give the command as helper address and forward the DHCP router request to the DHCP server address. So this is the configuration to be done at the second router. And once all this is done, when you enable the PC with the DHCP, then the address will be assigned dynamically. We'll see with Cisco Packet Tracer how to do that one. So first we'll select 2 routers. Next, we'll connect the PCs through a hub. Next, we'll say take some PCs. We'll connect through all the links. Now remember these IP address, what is be configured here. So the DHCP server will be 10.00.1. So these are the static address which we have to do it. So click on the router config. So first check which link it is. So it is gig 0/0. Click on. Now we'll go to the second router. So this is the relay agent. So we are going to configure this one. So static address has to be enabled. Again, check the link which it is. This is 0/0. This one is gig 0/1. This one is 0/2. So it's in the order, proper order. So now we can assign the IP address in the same order. See, the last bit is all 2. So it's easy to remember. Next one is for subnet. So all the gateway address, we're making it as 2. So now we can see all the red colors changed to green color. That means the link has been established. Now we just assign the IP address. Now we have to make this one as the DHCP server. So first we need to create the pool. So go to the DHCP server, go to the command line. So whenever you click on the router, it will be in this state. So make sure you go to the proper command. So now if you see config if means you're at the one particular interface. So which interface we have in, this is the interface gigabit 0/0. So here the IP address is assigned. So if you want, you can start from the beginning. So you can give the command exit and start from the beginning. So just press enter key. Okay, this is your beginning. So there's nothing here. Just click enter key. So now this arrow mark will show you which is your first command. So enable config terminal. So in this router, we're going to have two pool of addresses. So now give the command IP DHCP pool. I'll just give the pool name as India. Now we can see the command prompt has changed, DHCP config. So that means we are in the DHCP configuration mode. So first we're going to create a first subnet pool. The network ID and the subnet mask. Next command is to give the default router. Default router is nothing but the gateway address. Because any packet comes for any routing information, then this is the command. Next, we have to create the second pool. So we are actually in this pool configuration. So just type exit, come out of it. Now again, give the command IP DHCP pool. I'll just give it as US. If the command prompt changes, so now we are in the second pool. Give the network ID. Network ID and the subnet mask. Now give the default router. Okay, type exit. Now see for this subnet mask, this is the gateway address, so which is nothing but the default router. For the second subnet, this is the gateway address. So any packet comes for any routing information comes here. So that is nothing but the default router. So this is the configuration in the DHCP server. Now we'll go to this relay agent. Now here, any DHCP request comes, it has to forward the request to the DHCP server. So we'll configure that helper address in the command line prompt. So you have to go to the proper interface and then give that helper address. So now we don't know, we're actually already in one of these interface. So which is the last interface we have given? It's the gigabit 0/2. So if you're confident, you can go in this command line, or if you have a confusion, you can go back from the beginning itself. So type exit so that you come back to your beginning. Okay, this is your beginning part. Enable config terminal. Now, which interface you have to give that helper address is that? This interface. So that is interface gig 1/0. (0/1). So 0/1. Now here you give the helper address. IP helper. Now, which is the address? All the packet has to go to this DHCP server. So it is 10.0.0.1. Okay. Now type exit because we have to come out of this interface. Now go to the second interface. That is interface gig 0/2. Now, for this subnet also, you have to forward the same helper address because this is a DHCP server address. Okay. Now this is done. We'll go and enable the PCs. Go to the PCs. So you can see that IP address is not allocated. Go to the config, go to the interface. Now click on DHCP. Now you can see that it's a different IP address has been allocated. Can someone say why some other address has been allocated? See, we had configured the IP address, but still it's assigning some other address.
Ma'am, because it is still not recognized the DHCP pool, ma'am.
It's not recognizing. Why? Because the packet is not able to go till here. Okay. So why it is not able to go? Because the tables are not updated. So we have to go to the this router, relay router, and give the table entries. So we'll use a dynamic table, dynamic routing. So here we have to give the network address. So until you give these addresses, the table entries will not be updated. So the request cannot go to the DHCP server. So we'll add the address that is connected. So only network ID is sufficient. Okay, now the routing tables are updated. Now we'll check whether the proper address is allocated. Okay, so now you can see it is 20 network only. So 2 is allocated because we'll click on DHCP. So we'll get an automatic address. So it is 4 is allocated. Similarly for the second subnet, config, interface, DHCP. So you can see here now how the dynamic address is allocated. So this is 3, this is 4, this one is 1, this one is 3. So this example shows you how the PCs in the network will get their IP address in case the IP address is not allocated. So dynamically, the request will go to the proper DHCP server, and then from the DHCP server will allocate the IP address, which is forwarded to the proper router.